Good. Let's talk about this car then. So this is a 1985 Jaguar XJ-S. Originally, what, a V12 HD coupe?
Yes.
And now it's a Hyper Transformations creation that's now being restored. Can you tell us a bit of history about this car?
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy brought it in me originally.
Yeah.
Went through it, and he wanted the suspension on it. What he get on, and then later on, obviously, the car goes down the line somewhere,
Right.
lose touch with it,
hands.
and then all of a sudden Simon rings me up and says
He's got it.
he's got a proper car.
Okay. Yeah, there's the Hyper Transformation library coming in. I was waiting for it at some point. Didn't know I'd get crazy. So what inspired you then to start doing sort of body kits and performance modification for XJS?
Racing, then we got to do racing.
Well, yeah, but besides racing back in the 80s,
Okay.
you can thank Lawrence Pierce and Mr.
It's sort of W4. Yeah, okay.
for Hyper being formed
Seriously? Okay.
on my line.
He had his, Lawrence, was it his dad?
Yeah,
Lawrence Pierce was his father.
Yeah,
Right.
Lawrence Pierce all over.
Okay. Whatever.
But yeah, no, I had a customer who wanted suspension and stuff.
Yeah.
And he put it just, I went to Lawrence.
Okay.
We had a good relationship, and yeah. At the end of the day, I think we fell out, and I ended up with a body kit because I had a car on accident in the workshop. He took it out.
Yeah, ready to go.
And then Lawrence said it's 3 months to sort it out instead of 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So I then went from,
I think when it's all started.
and yeah.
I think
That's how.
it's the creative experts.
Yes.
It's the correct. Wow, I
I
didn't.
mean, that's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
That Hyper was formed because of legs.
Fairly close thing.
Wow.
And again, original.
And the know-how for doing all the formations on the body stitching.
Yeah, but the difference between this and the lift
Yeah.
is one you've got to red up front. Driver's side will incorporate an oil filter to the gear. Keep that separate from the radiator.
Okay, yeah.
And then the rears have got fog lights in, which the listers haven't. That's all in there. He used to put that in the same light movement.
Right. On that one, it's
Yeah.
so you got air intakes, obviously, some of the brakes for the oil, engine oil coolant, and also the gearbox coolant as well.
Yeah, on this side, yeah.
Okay.
So that takes proper coolant of the brakes, the fog lights, and the oil coolant. There's more of it than realised that the oil going through the radiator of the gearbox actually puts the temperature up.
Oh, heat transfers.
Yeah, so therefore by putting it on a set basis through the radiator.
Yeah. Yeah. So the transmission on this, is it getting around 290 or 265?
He hasn't decided yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's the turbo again.
Oh, GM400 3-speed. Okay.
Oh, you use new dragsters as well, don't they?
Well,
Yes, yeah, they can take the tool.
when back in late 80s, early 90s, I actually touched the manual. Which, yeah, in those days, I mean, it's all Formula 1 were doing it. Some Williams brought out their 7-speed. And basically, everybody was going on about 5-speed get through.
Yeah.
And they were all about, in those days, 5-6 grand to do it.
Yeah.
So I come up, I went, well, what's wrong with the GM400?
Significant ratio.
No, the basic thing is, with the V12, if you're going to pull out the roundabout and you're doing 22 miles an hour like that, the gearbox won't go in first. So it takes up to 3,000 RPM for the torque to come in, and then you take off. So
There was a B&M adapter. Yeah. 500, which should be also the pressure on the.
Well, yeah, there was a kit that up the pressure rate, and that
It doesn't always guarantee it.
no.
Correct.
So we're doing a manual shift with a small torque converter.
Okay.
It if you hit first gear at 100 mile an hour, it can go in. But if you actually look back on the 220 records when they did the press release, one of the reports went out flat out in first, flat out in second. Didn't go for third, went back to first.
Wow.
But at the end, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And you still got the original, you still have the 288 diff with that setup all
Yeah.
changed. Okay.
It's like even when you go to a 5-speed manual, you may just as well leave with 288 diff in it. Because you're not doing 0 to 60.
True.
You'll still have a quick car, but you've got the cruising capacity. 80 mile an hour at 2200 RPM.
I have to admit, I confess on mine, I did change the diff. We went to 3.33.
Yeah.
The only reason was I found I shifted quite a lot between 4th and 5th around sort of 50, 55 miles an hour, and that's just the A road speed, rather than that.
Yes. But that's the 330 was the one in the saloons, the 380, and the Ecos.
Yes.
Well, both my Mr. cars, XJS V12s have gone 3.54s.
Oh, so it was quite aggressive, it's really good acceleration.
Both got the gearbox in wide body in the R3. I mean, obviously this isn't finished. The engine was going in this. Quite interesting now, actually it's an early pre-AG tank compression engine and stuff like that. Supplied by Pearl. It should make an interesting addition to this turbo. It's a bit of oomph, I think, once it's all put together.
Is that a very late 70s one, or is it a pre-digital 1980?
It's actually a 77, I think it's a 77.
380, so proper flathead.
So it's that, looking at it, the serial number actually says it's a tank compression engine, sensible. So it's, it will be quite exciting to see what actually.
So the question is, do we go for the manual shifting GM400 with a smaller torque converter, or do we go for get-back manual? That's the question.
Well, I think this is going to have doing this with turbo jet as it was originally, all sort of side-gauge versions in time now. Because what we're going to do is do a head-to-head with the equivalent list at the time, the 80s showdown, right, versus Lister.
So that'll be interesting. It won't be the 7 litre.
No,
It'll be, because that'll be a later class. It has to be a period 1985 Lister against a period. That will be interesting.
So my blue R3 Lister, quite famous with 4,000 hours. That would be a good contender. We're going to have XJS, as it were.
Yep.
Let's see which one we've won back in the day. Actually, quite
fantastic. So it'll almost be like the recreation of a Fast Lane magazine editorial.
Exactly that,
head really. So that'd be fantastic to see that. So,
The thing is that with the 354 and the manual box, the problem with it is it's still lower gear. So you're out of first. You're out of first.
Yep.
Don't know.
You'll know where
This is pulling off the message straight. So.
We raced for 6 years. The 3-speed toilets manual.
The setup pretty much right. Wow.
And that was a real short torque converter, and it's stuff from America.
Forgive me, does that make it more efficient? Because with a torque converter, you do lose a bit of efficiency.
You're losing but when a smaller sail converter, the stall is higher. And we did it. I mean, the guy who was running, he couldn't race instead of he didn't race ran back. And I said, oh, well, I'll get it some time. I went out and the difference between the standard doing what we ended up doing for the thing. I went out to the start line and I just said, well, you can't put your foot on the brake, build it up and then let it go. So I just floored it. As I floored it, the thing literally, I went up the racetrack sideways, and my mate in front, he turned around and he said, I knew it was you, he said, because I could see your number 3 on your passenger door through your rear view mirror. And that's the difference. The power output from it being perhaps 30 watt on that, you know, that's a people knock automatics, but and the biggest problem is it wouldn't let you. It told you what you could do rather than you telling it what to do.
Okay.
And that's
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just cool. The bizarre thing is now, fast cars and automatics have been planned, you know.
Shift time you can't compete.
Yeah, exactly. Because they change from near faster than you. So,
we're talking. I mean, it's like I brought over from America an overdrive
Oh,
to go behind the GM400.
you fit it in. So I always, if it's the talk back to gear,
Well, yeah.
company gear, it's the American company. Gear vendors, is it gear vendors?
No.
Ah. I looked at that and it wouldn't fit.
Well, this one
Yeah.
was, they turned around in America, in their approach, so they got an XJS, black one. And they said, yeah, we've done it. So I went, oh, right. So I put it shipped over, all put it in on the back of the GM400, modified it.
Yeah. Ah, so to make it fit.
right.
What they'd done it with was with the VA 350, on this
Oh,
350,
yeah.
Jet 350. So I was first guy to be with the
Interesting. I wasn't aware of they even existed.
yeah. I mean, Paul, one that did the art yeah, he did an article on me. But no, I mean, I love the XJS, and it's meant to be a car that says do something with it.
Yes.
All the modern stuff like the XJS, really, I don't know with anything. In reality, the car from Jaguar,
The R-Fuse ones have been some modifications.
yes, that, yeah, you know, really.
It's a great place and it's that's what it is. Yeah.
You know, I just couldn't see the point in putting the money in it, developing a great experience for the XJ8 and that sort of thing. Whereas the XJS needed.
I suppose listed classics are, you know, was Whitaker's doing the modification still on the objects. Well,
Yes.
also doing modification on the objects, yes, now going to be electrical.
Yes.
And that's they continued their sort of transformation from the beginning into a new era now, which sadly is going to potentially see when you see faster Jags, what can you do to electric cars?
No, it's definitely electric. We won't go down rabbit holes. I know many people have got interesting opinions on both ways with that one, but sticking with this, it's
No, I mean, it's like a body.
yep.
My kit wasn't the bolt-on video, it was a solid bonded in to the car.
And it's done for performance as well,
Yeah,
rather than just for purely looks. Yeah.
It sounds the same, because it's stuck to it, and it doesn't, I say it doesn't crack. It's cracking, it's vibration.
Interesting.
Whereas the Jaguar Sport kit was a bolt-on goodie.
Right.
If you've got what I mean, it's the way it's fine, but it's not. The quality.
That's doing that, like I said, Jaguar Sport was in production line 15, whereas this was bespoke complication, which things would never have easily would have not. So that's been simple as quick. It's not honest cheap.
So mostly with the Hyper Sport V12 then, we've got the efficiency of the cooling, we've got the transmission modification as well.
Yeah.
How about the actual engine itself?
Oh, yeah. The biggest increase, the least money, is cheaper money.
Yeah, the top bit's exciting.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's the old story. You can put as much as you like in at the top of the engine. But if you can't get it at the back end, And the biggest restriction on that V12 was manifold, where they come out straight down, and that was it. So when we did one, we took it to Roselli Engineering, put it on their rolling road, went through it, and they accredited 348 brake from the standard 5.3.
It's right up there. So I think what you favour short branch manifold programs using levers. You've got much of water, A6, so you can do make believe in his two teams, which keep the manifolds down there. Then having his two teams instead. So
But VC is good for mid-range. You couple it with the large bottom ones. It's good for mid-range. I guess that was performance.
Well,
It's going to give you the edge.
why I look at the bigger throttle bodies, all you're actually doing is that full throttle is like half throttle. The volume of air going up, if you follow what I mean. And that's the
that's really restriction.
yeah. So, again, if as much as you like through the top, and TWR experimented with bigger throttle bodies, and they didn't really gain that much from it. So, I mean that's a teaching. It's the same as the American. Get the guys, they sell these eggs on a nice chrome, coming out the side. But you go, it's still sucking hot air from behind the radiator.
It looks basic, but it's not there.
Right, whereas you can do that kit by taking the later Series 3 V12 off the massive. By then, you haven't got anything to it, but you've got to go in front of the radiator to get the temperature down. And like on some of the race cars, we used to have it there, cut behind the headlight.
Old air feeds are coming in from there. I think mine comes from underneath. But I've got slightly fatter XJS style intake.
Yeah.
And then underneath, there's some piping coming up ready to take the cold air.
That sounds like Roger Bywall.
May well be. That sounds like, yeah.
Which had the down to the bottom of the sub.
That's right.
Each person that does transformation, modification, will all say that there is a big improvement. But what you get more noise.
Do get more noise.
So it sounds fast.
It does sound faster, I have to admit, that's true.
And it's like the middle boxes. All these people take that to middle boxes.
Yeah.
No. What? Yeah. No, I've got no problem. What I'm saying is,
Noise.
think about it logically. You take a standard box. The one I always did a 4-box system on my exhaust.
Yeah.
Now, if I can drop a nut at the top of the exhaust box, and it comes out the bottom, that's got to be straight through.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but it's got no baffles.
No.
Right, so that's a straight through box.
Yeah.
Therefore, my logic says, I don't want what I didn't want was a boy racer effect. I wanted a subtle, mature.
Yeah.
And that was what I wanted. Was if I'm going down the motorway, unlike you, you'll listener, and anybody else with the listener, if you'll go down the motorway at 80 miles an hour,
It's going to be nice.
and the overtakes.
Maybe that's why I've got tinnitus.
Well, in fairness, mine's got to, even though I've got the pod exhaust at the back, it doesn't, it's quite quiet at speed. It's not noisy.
No.
It doesn't drone.
No,
So,
I agree, assuming the
that's the basic.
soundproofing notes. Well, initial soundproofing.
That was my basic principle. Was that if I go through a country village, I hear the exhaust. Etc. But what I don't want is to go down the motorway and have a headache. And a lot of guys have got listening, and I'm not knocking it, but they haven't. That problem.
what's the rear silencers that are onto the rear bench? Weren't they reverse flow? which would be a bit restricted on standard ones on the HG. That's the only reason I got really bypass.
To be honest, again, I've never really looked at from that point of view. But the other thing is, said Simon, we always had a double skin on the long pipe from the manifold to the first bolt. Now, if that wasn't a good idea, why did Jaguar? Because Jaguars would not have spent that money for an extra to keep it down. So that's why I think we were the only people, and you get a lot of other exhaust systems, and they're all single skin on that. Yeah, and you get the stainless steel brackets. As I put, I mean, like I said,
I think it was the larger pipes going on the side of the transmission. It's like playing your gearbox mount, and you will get the rattle. Mine doesn't anymore, but it used to.
No, but the point is, those pipes are no bigger than standard. And 2 inch, 50 mil. Right?
Yeah.
So our pipes weren't any bigger than a standard pipe.
That's interesting.
It flows from the
I see.
manifolds going into the exhaust, then go through an over 2 inch overaction.
Oh, yeah,
And that was another big switch.
okay, interesting.
Yeah, so that's where I'm a has-been.
That's interesting. Amazing.
No, yeah, but it's all. I look at things on Facebook and they go, they're reinventing the wheel. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
I didn't invent it. I just looked at it and said, well, it's nice, but can it be better?
It'd be better then.
Or more controllable? And that's why with the automatic gearbox, it was more fun. It made the car real lively. I mean, it was what it should have been.
Should have been.
And I already said that if we had a race between London and Birmingham, sticking to the speed limits, I'd get there.
So that sounds like a challenge then.
Oh, yeah. It's not really a challenge almost, isn't it?
Yeah, but over a standard car,
Yeah.
because I could go around corners at 50 mile an hour, that you'd have to back off because of this.
Well, yeah, I have to admit, Harvey Bailey is also my friend.
Yeah, but Harvey Bailey was great. He did a good job, and he was great on road races. When it comes to putting the anti-roll bars was like twice the thickness. The rear anti-roll bars, Jaguars put the rear anti-roll bars on XJS, it's bolt straight on.
Wow, mine didn't because certain Northern Jewish so you didn't need it. So got the mounting points.
Exactly that.
Yeah, but he's a better driver than me, or he was a much better driver than me. And I liked having the thicker anti-roll bar on the back end. Also, I think the thing that destroyed my ride quality a little bit was probably the race to get the this. So that was it. That's the trade-off I have.
Well, yeah, but it's with respect, I always respect. I stay respect for various connotations, shall we say. When they, and a couple of the other companies that started up after were actually derivatives of tracks.
So why don't you describe my Pony Reds then?
Ponies are fine, but you've got 3 adjustments on it. And you've got to adjust them up before you put them on the car.
Oh yeah, you can't do it in situ. No, definitely fifth batch you can.
Right.
Yeah.
And with the other manufacturers that are doing it, it's like I said, specs, the bushes were wrong. Because every year we would knock out a set of bushes on them. Because they were the old cotton wheels. Now, the other manufacturers that started doing them, same bush. But then, and also their shock has got longer. The same as the standard specs is you saw that. I've got my own part number to the length, and also when you look at the build lines, and if you look at their top bushes and bottom bushes, right, and that's where specs then went up and but it's like people go changing the top bush on to these plastic
poly bushes, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be quite selective as to which ones you do, otherwise you destroy your ride quite quickly. Obviously.
Hey,
Hello.
nice to meet
I'm very good stuff.
you. No, I'm saying is the
I don't think it's been
bushes, yeah. If you actually look at the design of the Jaguar bush,
Yeah.
now with the poly bushes, you've got the spacer in the middle,
Yeah.
at the back, and then you've got yay amount of rubber or
Yeah.
poly.
Okay, yeah.
On the standard Jaguar top bush, you've got the sleeve that goes in. You've got the bearing surface, which is the yellow with the holes in it, to grease it.
Yeah.
And then you've got that much rubber, right? So which you've got more movement. Right, and that's what I'm saying. So the fundamentals of the design for roads, you're better off today with a good quality, genuine Jaguar. And it's the same as the bottom bush. It's the same steering rack bushes. You fit the poly bushes
Yes.
over a period of time, or longer than a standard bush.
Moved off on the path.
But the steering rack will still move on the bush. Which is why we went to a solid nylon bush.
Okay.
So that when you go into a corner,
Yes.
turn the steering wheel a little bit, not, and that's what I always warn my customers. Yeah. And that was where certain areas like that, the people think they can improve on something,
Yeah.
and even when we on the racetrack, I still race standard pushes on the
Well, that's interesting. Did you stick with standard power steering setup? Because on the V12s, I actually bypassed it. So I haven't actually got. So I'm actually getting quite chunky now because I literally have no power steering in my coupe. But the reward is better feel, speed.
Yeah, but all you have to do anyway is restrict the supply of the oil.
I could do that. So mine's an adjustable one. Mine's actually the
Right, yeah.
Right, so you can he is a big guy. And that seems to be fine, but as I found, I didn't actually the power steering at all. That's just me. That won't suit everyone.
What we did was we actually went to electric and done away with. So you got a manual rack still on the race track.
Okay.
Which you've got to do away with the manual, with all that hydraulics and throw it away.
Yeah.
Then got manual rack.
Yeah.
Then goes up on the inside. We fit like a Vauxhall or whatever electric, which then goes to a box. So when my man was in the paddock, you turn it fully up so you've got maximum power steering. On the racetrack, you
Just
turn
dialed
it
it
down.
down. Where you go, let it feel. You know what's going on in the front.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's perfect,
No. But it's a thing.
but it's a bit
Adjustable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between, it's like we used to put a slightly smaller steering wheel.
Yes, I've got a Motorlighter MK3, I think it is. Such small steering wheel as well, actually. But yeah, that's a very small steering wheel, actually.
If you look at the standard Jaguar,
It's quite much.
my one's more the inside diameter of that, the outside diameter of the one.
Oh, so you've only got it a little.
Yeah, because
Okay.
again, it's that relationship between the two
Yeah.
on that side. So
One other car I would like to talk about very briefly, and I've seen the video probably, I want to say about 12 years ago now on YouTube, is your the Supercharged 3.6 XJ.
Yeah,
How did that
it
come?
was a 4 litre.
It's a 4 litre. Yes.
Because I had a customer.
R6.
Yeah, I had a customer ring me up and said, "Oh, I want to do a blah blah blah." I said, "Well, as it happens, I've got an old supercharged engine."
So that's probably an 300.
Yeah. I said,
Okay.
"We'll fit it in." And I think I'm the first guy that fit in supercharged 300 engine
Into an XJ-S.
3 facelift XJ-S. So all the computer setup, ECU setup, is totally wrong. Whereas if you do it on a 300 on a later version, it's got it's easy.
Same era, sorry.
Yeah, it's easy. And that time,
And what transmission did you use with the
that was manual.
get back 265?
It's standard 3.6.
Oh wow, so 265. It took the it took the power.
No, yeah, no. I mean, people think that the get track will not take the power from the V12. Normal, you know, it's like a certain company used to say, we tough fried all the gears.
They didn't want to gears.
Tough fried, heat treated.
Oh, heat treated.
And I went, well, yeah, every single gearbox that I know of
Yeah.
has got heat treated gears.
Because of it.
So there's nothing special about.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's pretty standard, not
Yeah, I mean, my old,
Yep.
my father used to be into heat treatment, and that's what his speciality was,
Okay.
and so on and so forth. So you look at, he used to do night riding and tough riding and that type of thing, crankshaft and everything else. So, yeah. So when somebody says to me, it makes a statement that we do on the special
Sure.
on the gearbox.
Where was that car now then? Do you know? 3.6, 4 litres to the
Supercharged,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Don't know where it is.
The custom. I mean, well, you've seen the car.
Seen it.
It really should never have.
It's very.
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is, the actual condition of the car. The guy was doing it as a project.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I think in those days I charged them £2,000 to do it. I call a hospital job. If you follow what I mean. It took 2 years.
Wow.
And
try and track it down. That's the team where it's not, if it's still alive somewhere or
I don't know.
like machine led.
I'd have to see if I can find the video on YouTube and link it onto this video.
It's the old school XJS, and I think the Swallows have just done the 4 litre one. Looks absolutely. The dogs do that. You look at it and you go, great. But again, they're reinventing the wheel. If you follow what I mean. It's already been. And it's like the Droop Snoop. The Droop Snoop. On the list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where the bonnet is.
Oh, the. Yeah.
Well, I can show you a photograph.
Yes.
that I did that on the race car before listers ago.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because in those days, we all said you can use any engine from the Jaguar,
Okay, yeah.
use any Jaguar, but it must remain on its original engine mount. So my 3.8 that I set up for the art, the old 240, I've still got one. I had to move it back 6 inches, 7 inch rows. Because when and also later on when we was running sort of 450, 475 brake horse, went to Daytona Club, and I had the Daytona body on it because we were running Walkinshaw's Group A radiator, which is lower than it. So you could have the
Biggest slope you know.
yeah.
Better CD.
Yeah. So when we did these Group A FIA XJS 370, we put the oil filter front of the radiator at the top, And what we did was
Yeah.
we separated the air that
Yep.
went from the oil filters
Yep.
and the water
Yeah.
totally kept separate.
Okay.
And that, yeah,
Wow.
and that, and that left standard bonnet.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's been absolutely fascinating hearing about that. So, big question: when's this car going to be ready then? And when do you think you might do the head-to-head between a Lister and a Hyper Sport?
I think, and Nick Morgan, who always good to tell me when I say this else, I think within 3 months we can have
3 months.
it's ready.
Wow.
Ready and gone, ready, so obviously we'll so they'll give you possibilities Nick or something.
Well,
Brilliant.
if he talks to me nicely,
Yeah.
I might let him. I've got a set of manifolds sitting there.
Right.
Very
There we
good.
go, you see that
Those helped. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's determination to win.
well, you need. Yeah, but to be on even
Yeah.
footing with, if somebody's running a 354 off the mark, it's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
We'll have to dine over these cars now, actually.
that's why Simon loves it. Lovely.
Yeah.
Nice talk.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Richard.
I'll only talk about stuff. I will carry on talking.